Passing Welcome back to the DARA session. So this is Shannon, and I'm here with CERISE, who is Chicago-born singer-songwriter. And you just heard a few of her songs off of her Smokescreen Dreams album. So CERISE, tell us a little bit about your record. Where did you come up with the title, and where did it all start?
Well, let's see. It started a few years ago. I don't know how I came up with that title. It just came to me. Okay. And then I looked it up, what a smokescreen was, and it's actually like a military technique to, like, against their enemy, they'll throw a smoke bomb or something so they can't see them. I just thought that was interesting when you take that into, like, relationships and, like, not knowing what the reality or what this person really is like, or what there might be, or thinking there's something they're not, yourself even. Mm-hmm.
Very cool.
Giving yourself your own smoke screens.
And when did you start writing?
Songs in general, or I think like 10 years ago, like almost when I started learning guitar. I started writing pretty quickly after that. Okay.
And what was your first guitar that you picked up?
That was an acoustic. It was a Larrivee parlor guitar.
Okay.
Yeah.
Very cool. And now your album has the sort of like dreamlike, sort of darker vibe. What artists have influenced you to write something like that?
Well, definitely. Well, I always say The Cure. I love The Cure. They were one of the first bands I really got into quite young. It was kind of like when I was, I guess, 13. My sister was like playing, my older sister was playing their records, and I hadn't heard anything like that before. Before that, I was like dancing around a lot of pop music, like Prince and what was on the radio and stuff, and I loved that. But then once I heard The Cure, I was like, oh, what's this? Yeah. And it just opened up this whole other world. And when I started high school, I got into a lot of other bands, like Susie and the Banshees, My Bloody Valentine, Jesus, Mary Chain, like all those bands I love a lot.
Okay. And what was your writing process for this album like?
It was kind of, because I didn't even know I was okay. I guess it was kind of a learning process. Like, I was just kind of like writing songs for a while, but not really liking them until I got to a certain point. And once I started liking them, I started trying to record them. So the recording process was kind of the writing process at the same time, and also learning how to record at the same time, and I don't know, I just didn't really know any difference. Like, I know a lot of people start out with like an EP or something, but I just had it in mind that I was just like, oh, I'm just gonna do an album because that's what you should do.
Yeah.
So it was kind of a learning process, really. I learned a lot by making the album. I learned more about how to make music.
That's great. And what's next? What next plans do you have? What should our listeners and your fans be looking out for?
Well, I think I'm going to try and play more shows in the next few months. And then after that, I'm going to try and record again.
All right.
Yeah, I have a lot of songs I want to start recording soon, and more ideas. I think once you finally put out your record, because it's such a long process to finally get the record out, that you've already collected more songs that you're like excited about. So
very cool. Well, thank you so much for coming on air here on WCSF.
Thank you guys so much for having me.
Hopefully, if you come out with another album, that you'll be back.
Yeah, sure, of course.
To play some more songs. Well, then, is there some place that people can find your music at?
Yeah, like my website is cerise.us. SoundCloud, I have some songs up. Oh, Bandcamp, cerise.bandcamp.com.
Okay, perfect. Well, then that concludes our DARA sessions for today. Thank you for listening in. If you missed out on CERISE's performance and interview, you can find that at the Facebook page, WCSF Radio, and make sure to like the page so you keep updated with all the things we're doing. Thank you.
Thank you.